Taylor Swift news. Well, my friends, here we go again. Go a little bit to the light. We have to talk again. We are now Swifties, and to all our Swiftie fans out there, there are news. I'm in the country where all this happened, from Austria, and now I can tell you more things. In my opinion, this goes really down to Taylor Swift, but we have to wait until more comes, you know. That is, but all right, I have to make this, and I will tell you why. So, what was going on? For all those who have not seen my two videos, I made two videos. In short terms, what happened? Country of Austria in Europe. We had three concerts in a row, and they were cancelled. And why is this such a big thing? First of all, the biggest tour we have ever had on planet Earth from a musician, the most money involved, from 1 to 2 billion dollars, you know, and she would be the first time ever in our country, and that was a very, very big thing. People have waited over 1 year to see her. Kids, children, there were flying in people from other countries, from the US, because the tickets were cheaper, so they fly here to us, you know. There would be around 200,000 people in there in those 3 days, around 180,000 in the stadium, and another 20, 30, 40, 50,000 in front of the stadium to listen to her. And to the city of Vienna, where it would have been, it would have generated around $1 million. $1 million, you know. And that is a big, big thing. And then it happened that there was terror. They have arrested someone. They had to cancel the concert. It was not clear. Was it Taylor Swift, the management, the police? Was it the concert, again, creator? You know what I mean? Don't know the word in English now. And there also it goes around to $40 million from the tickets. They have to bring back now the money to the people. Also this, because when Taylor Swift had cancelled the concert and not the police. You know, what is when you when you destroy something, you have a Versicherung. I don't know, I will make it in English, Versicherung. They will pay. But when the police, they have said they can make it safe, they can go on. Who pays this now? You know what, there is all involved. And now here we are, and there was coming no statement. I will go a little bit here and you see my city more. There was coming no statement, yeah, a little bit to the sun, here it is better. There was no statement until today. And now the thing was, we have now 5 Wembley concerts. They start at 15 August, you know. Now we have the 14. Tomorrow they will start, and these are the last stop in Europe, and then she goes back to the US, to Canada, you know. So the question was also, will she play at Wembley? Yes, no. Are they waiting what was going on in Austria? Do they find more people? Because they have said they have closed the chapter. They have their people which would have done something. And also there, one of those guys has now a special law, a well-known law. I mean, very strange what all is going on there, but that is the other story. And then no one news, will she play London? What is with the Austrian fans? You know, there were people crying, kids, they waited 1 year for the first time ever. And also to our country, we almost never had a musician here on the top of the game, on the biggest stage from all, you know, from the musician like. And that was almost never here, and that was a sensation. And you know, she has so many fans, and if you don't know it, they made parties on the streets, hundreds, I don't know, thousands of people to overcome this time, and they waited for a statement, and there was coming nothing. And so here we are. And I told you, I believe what I said in the last video, there will come no statement about Vienna, you know, before the Wembley concerts. And now we are 1 day before, and there was no statement. But the other thing what happened here at my country, that was the only country what I know now where they have opened up for free the concert film, the Eras Tour from her. And that was like a little bit sorry, but there was nothing coming from the management. But of course, when it gets, you know, you see that film on Disney, you have to make a subscription to Disney channel, then you can watch this. And here it was open at our main channel at night as a little bit of sorry. And of course, they can only do it when they have spoken to the management and they give the yes. But she has nothing said, and I told you, they are well thinking, but now there has happened something where I have to shake my head. That is really unbelievable to the fans. But you always have to wait, but only this is to me unacceptable, you know, really unacceptable. And I will tell you what happened there. And so that is the thing where we are right now. And maybe they have thought, yeah, now the Austrian fans have the film for free and it is over. But the fans are waiting, you know. And then it was the question, will she play there? She has fear, what is going on, you know. We know what happened before, there were massacres at concerts. And we know that that infected her, what people say, you know, insiders. I cannot tell you, I have no insider from her. And then you have thought, well, maybe she will cancel the Wembley concerts. Maybe not. What will happen? So, and now, you know what happened? Now we have, what is Wednesday? At Monday, I think it was, she was in London. And now, that is unbelievable. She gave a private party in London, in a club. She made it a private club, in a Luxus club in London, and gave a private party like nothing happened. That is now the story, what is going on. But to say it in those easy words, that is of course the boulevard. They are eating this, you know, that people see that, people read it, and bam, they go to it. There you always have to go a little bit more into the detail. She gave there a private party, and that is confirmed, because there were a lot of stories going on, oh, she's in Kansas, this, that, all from YouTube things with KI voices. You know, you have to be very careful to confirm something. But that is confirmed from a lot of serious channels and things, because when they say something and it is wrong, you know, they can get a lawsuit. So they are very careful what they are talking, and so that it is. The Austrian fans, thousands, you know, thousands around the world, because they were flying in a lot of people from around the world, and that maybe the management didn't check. They thought, yeah, these are the people from here. You know, when you are a musician, you fly from here to here to here. You don't know the countries maybe, yeah. You fly to the next city, you are there 1, 2, 3, 4 days, whatever, then you fly on. You have not seen the city, you are in your hotel, go to the stage, you make your rehearsal, go back to the hotel, make your concert, sleep, fly to the next place. That it is most of the time. And maybe they have not checked it, that there were thousands of people coming from other countries, from other continents. And also the Swift fans, they are very close together. You know, that is also a reason what I will tell you now. And now, to say nothing about the cancellations, of course it is not her fault, but to say something, you know, the management will know that this was the first time ever in Austria that people have waited. And then the news come out, oh, she's celebrating a private party at London. And that is really, really strange, because then when you have fear that something can happen, and now you are checking in and making a private party, how does this look? I mean, that is really bad. But the other side is, it is the last stop in Europe, and she made a private party to her musicians, to her whole people who are involved for this tour, what I know. Around, I don't know, 200 people, I have to lie, but a lot of things. On the other side, if this is true, yeah, and that is how I know her, and what I have heard from people, that she is there very nice, then this is a good sign to make this. But now the press, this is a found eating what they have now to make her bad and down. Yeah, I think the management is the thing behind, who told her we say nothing. And I told you this in one of my videos. Why are they saying nothing before of the Wembley concerts? Maybe there has to come something, but until the Wembley concerts, there will nothing come. I told you this, and why? Because when they say now something, she gets a target, you know, she gets a target for bad people, because then she is the main role from all those things, and when they are quiet, say nothing, then it will go over, yeah. And so the thing is, she has celebrated there. I mean, when you have fear, in my opinion, you make not a private party. On the other side, it is nice for the group who were making the tour, that she makes this and they can celebrate this, because that not all musicians do. But in my opinion, that is my personal opinion, why is she so famous? Why does she have so much money? Because of the fans. Without the fans, she would be a nobody. Yeah, a nobody. That is always the point by every musician. You can be world-class level, but when there is no one in the hall, you are a nobody. And to make there a private party, even if it's nice for your group, for your musicians, yeah, but to think about the million fans what you have around the world without saying anything, and making this more important to celebrate there, to show, oh, they told Fear this, that, and now I show up at a private club. That is really, really bad, And that is from the management a bad decision. Maybe, of course, they have professionals. This is the main star in the game where it goes about billions. And there you can believe me, they have the best social media experts involved which are available in the world, And they know a lot, they check out everything. But they made a big mistake. Because I told you, here were people coming from around the world. And not the people only from Austria. And now the people get pissed, even if they would calculate, yeah, we have nice fans, it is not her fault. And then they have given this for free, the Eras Tour at my country. Maybe they have hoped that they will write it in the paper, this is the sorry that there was no concert, and that it is, But they have not written this because it was not coming from her. If she would have written now, because as a special sorry, I bring in this tour for your Austrian fans. Only that sentence on Instagram, wherever, would have been needed. Yeah, that was the only thing, and all would be fine. But they have not done it because I told you, maybe they get a target and they will not say anything. And now they hope maybe that this will go up in the story, free concert at television for these fans. But this was a mistake. And the other thing is, the Swifties, they made parties here on and waited. And, maybe, yeah, but that I cannot tell you. Maybe they have calculated now. It is better to say nothing. Better to lose those people there in Austria. We have nice fans. Maybe there were a few hundreds, a few thousands going away and talking bad, but they will come back one time. Maybe they have calculated this because they know for other people around the world, they're everywhere the concerts were, even in Mexico City, I told you this. And they think, yeah, the other people are not affected from those cancellations, And that is a big mistake because the Swifties are a lot together, they are connected around the world, and they were flying in people once again from other countries. I mean, they have thought, yeah, these are only the Austrian fans, they will get a little bit bad, No, that will affect the whole game. That is what I tell you now. And to make this decision to go there to a party, in my opinion, yeah, that is absolutely a no-go. Because the fans are the most important thing, and that shows you, even if she would decide other, But I told you, that makes the management. If she says no, I want, they will tell her no. There are so much money things involved that she cannot decide, I make those steps, That she will not do, because that is all a marketing game. When you watch how many people sell t-shirts, pullovers for a lot of money, they will not make a mistake to let her go in, But that was a big mistake, I will tell you that. And now it is too late, because with that went around the whole wide world, And I tell you other story. I know musicians, I know musicians, and I will make you examples how it works other. For example, I've met a guy who is maybe not to the public well known, but he is in the music game well known, because in the hardcore, in the punk scene. I have a t-shirt on here, but the other band, But the band what I'm talking is Exploited, The Exploited. This is one of the most famous punk bands who has ever existed, People know it, even maybe public people, they know the Sex Pistols, the Raymonds, and they know Exploited, because Exploited was so much going on, a band from the early 80s until today. And they have made some of the hardest things, Beat the Bastards, one of the most meaningful punk things, hardcore things what existed, you know. And I will show you now a picture. This is the singer of The Exploited, Vati Buchan. I have met him and hang up at Milano, my favorite city of Milano, you know, at night in front of a club. And that was very nice, you know. That is how you treat people. That is how you treat people. That is the correct way. We talked about, for example, he told me when he met Marilyn Manson, he told me when he met Metallica, you know, James Hetfield, and all stories, you know, about the US famous clubs, insider stories, you know. And that it is. Of course, Taylor Swift is now a mainstream thing, is another story. But this is how you treat fans, even to write something, because those are the people who generated the money that you are there right now. And to make there the private party is not a good sign, even if it's nice for your people. But when such things happen, then I would tell your musicians, your group, your stage builders, whatever, I would pay them a check, yeah, for 5,000, 10,000 euro each. That does not hurt. And when you tell them, hey, come together when we make the concert, all great, but we make this later on. Yeah, of course this is difficult. There were people involved from around the world, you know, stage builders, this, that, musicians. But in that, an important thing, the fans are the prioritization number one, and not the musicians and the stage builders, you know. That is really unacceptable in my opinion. And I've met other people, you know. Once I was in a club, and that was also in Italy, and I have not met, but they were beside of me, but I could have met them, but I was not in good healthy shape, you know. I had health problems back then, but I was in there, and that was the group of Tattoo, the two Russian girls. When you are a little bit older, then you will remember the time. I will tell you also something there. They were beside of me. I show you that. San Bonifacio, Italy, a club in the night. It was around 4 or 5 o'clock in the night. And I could have met them, you know, but my mental thing, my healthy thing, my health problems, I thought it makes no sense, you know, to go there when you are not really feeling good, you know. But I could have met them, you know. Here you see it. They were beside of me, Julia Volkova and Lena Kardina. And they were back then one of the hottest groups in the whole wide world in music. And I will tell you a beside story. Back then, it was 2003, it was something going on. Madonna, Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera at the MTV Music Awards, they kissed each other. Nowadays, for young people, this looks like nothing. Back then, that was the highest scandal in the whole wide world in the music pop game, you know, in all television, in all papers. This was the main thing, you know. That was a scandal back then. But I tell you that, you know who started this? It was Tattoo and not this. That was, I think, the management of Madonna. My personal opinion, I cannot confirm you this, but Madonna is for such things always in top position, and they have reproduced it, and then that made the whole thing. But you can watch at Jay Leno, you know, the how it is called, not reporter, how it is, like Jimmy Fallon nowadays, people will know Jimmy Fallon. Jay Leno, the talk shows, the US Talkmasters, that it is called. Jay Leno. Tattoo was there by Jay Leno before the kiss happened. And when you know back then the story, what was going on, they would have cancelled the camera position if this would happen and all those things, you know. That was in the US a big game. They were by Jimmy Kimmel, by Jay Leno, and then Madonna restarted this, and that went famous around the whole wide world. But it came from Tattoo and not from her, you know. That was the thing of Tattoo. That is also a story, you know. And you see, they were also in the club and talking to people. That is how you treat fans, and not in the other way, you know. And then, for example, another story. That is something I can show you now, something what the world has never seen before. Never seen before footage, you know. I could make it other, but I am not into this, that I make money, this, that, you know. I get nothing for it. But I will show you something. I have seen Prince, the famous musician of Prince, when he was private and making this to us, you know. And that was really, really nice. That was in Montreux, you know, Montreux, Switzerland. The French, Swiss. It was a little bit dark. He was at the window there and he made this to us. And when you know Prince, that is very, very, very rare that you get such a thing in private. And you can watch this. You will see that now.
So part of the show.
And that is nice, you know. That is nice that he's standing there and making this to us, you know. That was a great moment. And also, for example, I will never forget this, when Prince once talked to me, you know, talked in a special way, because it was at a dinner concert, you know. At a dinner concert at Monte Carlo, Monaco, there were only 800 listed guests, you know, on a name guest list, and I was in there. There was sitting Jean-Paul Belmondo, the famous French actor, for example, and then I clapped in the wrong rhythm. And Prince, when he sang his song, he showed to me and said, wrong rhythm, you know. I mean, you will never forget this. That is the way how you treat fans, you know, because the fans are the most important thing. Without the fans, you would have never get the recognition, you would be no famous, you would never meet other famous people, and you would have no money. So the fans are the prioritization number one. Of course, I think what I have heard now, maybe they make it as a big surprise that maybe a new date will come for new concerts in our country. Maybe. There is nothing confirmed, but I have heard stories about this. But also this, I tell you, that is a marketing strategy, you know, because then that went global. Wow, now the sensation, she will come back here. But what about the fans? Of course it would be nice. But now all those fans who have cried at home, the kids, the children who are waiting, who this is their idol, they were thinking, well, maybe tomorrow she will say things. Maybe this. No, they have not done it. What have they done? A private party in London. And that is, in my opinion, really, really not good, you know. That is not how you treat fans. In that words, we will see us maybe again as the Swifties. Until next time, bye and ciao.